So let's see the postulates of Werner theory. That's according to Alfred Werner, most of the element exhibits two types of valency. One is called as primary valency, the other one is called as secondary valency. So this primary valency is otherwise called as the oxidation state. So you all know, if I ask you what is the oxidation state of sodium, you will say it is +1. Likewise, so the primary valency is regarded as the oxidation state of that element, and secondary valency corresponds to the coordination number. So let's take an example to find out the primary valency and secondary valency. I'm going to take an example. What the example taken by Werner? CO Cl3 dot 6NH3. The same compound could be written as CO NH3 6 Cl3. So this is a better way to represent a complex. Complex will be enclosed in a bracket. The same compound I have represented like this. For this we are going to find out what is the primary valency of cobalt as well as the secondary valency of cobalt. The primary valency can be calculated by an ordinary method, that is the oxidation number. So you all know that normally when a molecule ionizes, and especially the complex, the element present inside the complex will not undergo ionization, but something which is present outside the complex, that is called as the counter ion. So when this ionizes into the complex CO NH3 6, which is present first, it carry the positive charge. Then normally chlorine, what's the oxidation number? -1. So how many chloride are there? 3 chloride. So I can write 3Cl minus. So I'm replacing -1 or minus. So if there is 3 minus, automatically this become 3 plus. So I'm going to find out its oxidation number of cobalt. So I can take cobalt as X plus. This amine is said to be a neutral ligand. You have already studied neutral nucleophile in 11th standard. So that is the molecule which does not carry any charge. So amine or ammonia is a neutral ligand, hence its value, there are 6 and its oxidation number is 0. That is equal to +3. So X value will be equal to +3. So cobalt, its primary oxidation number, that is cobalt, its primary oxidation number is said to be +3, and its secondary oxidation number, so there is secondary oxidation number is said to be coordination number. The coordination number is nothing but the number of coordinate bond formed between the metal atom and the ligand. Inside the complex, there will be a metal as well as a ligand. So this is called to be a ligand. And this ligand, there are how many ligands are there? 6 ligands. So there will be a 6 coordinate bond formed between the central metal atom and the ligand. So the coordination number is said to be 6 for the first example. And the second point, the primary valency of a metal ion is always, most case it's positive. So the primary valency will be positive. In certain cases it can be 0 too. You can take an example which you have studied in the first lesson in the metallurgy, nickel tetracarbonyl. Nickel tetracarbonyl, where the oxidation state of nickel is said to be 0 because carbonyl is a neutral ligand. So I can write X plus 4 into 0 equal to 0. So X is equal to 0. So nickel 0. Another one more exceptional, that is the same thing you studied, iron pentacarbonyl. Iron pentacarbonyl, where iron has the primary valency of 0. Because carbonyl 0, you can calculate, you will get X value 0. So the primary valency of a metal ion is positive in most of the cases, and some cases it can be 0. So this is 0. Here in cobalt, its oxidation number is positive. What's the oxidation number? +3. Then they are always satisfied by the negative ion. For example, in the compound of CONA, the primary valency of cobalt. Take this example. How much is the primary valency of cobalt? Plus 3. This plus 3 is satisfied by the ion called to be the negative ion. That is Cl3, 3Cl minus. So, the primary valency is always satisfied by the negative ion. So, that is the second point. And the third point, the secondary valency. The secondary valency can be satisfied either by a negative ion or a neutral molecule or a positive species. So either this can be satisfied only by the negative species, but this can be satisfied by either positive species, or it can be a negative species, or it can be a neutral ligand. Neutral species. Here we have learned some neutral species, that is amine is a neutral ligand. The secondary valency of cobalt in this complex is 6. This 6 is satisfied by 6 neutral ligand, that is NH3. Now just now we saw another ligand CO, carbonyl, where this is a neutral ligand. So nickel, its secondary valency is 4, that is satisfied by the 4 carbonyl. Likewise, iron also 5 carbonyl is satisfied, it's a neutral ligand. The next one, the negative ligand. So the negative ligand can be F minus, or it can be Cl minus, or it can be Br minus, and there are so many negative ligands are there. Likewise, there is a positive species, that is the positive species is NH2 single bond NH3 plus. So this is called as hydrosonium ion. So likewise, the secondary valency can be satisfied either by the positive ligand or the negative ligand, or by the neutral species. That is the third point. For example, we are considering this CONH36 in that 6 ligand. This can be set. Then another one example, CONH3 5 Cl. Outside the complex I am writing Cl2. Now look at this complex, or the same thing I can write it as COCl3 dot 5NH3. Both are similar, okay? So either I can write like this, or I could write like this. If I write like this, it is better to understand. If I ask you what is the primary valency of cobalt, you know, to ionize. So how much chlorine is there? 2Cl minus. So if there is 2 minus, this become 2 plus. When this is 2 plus, you have to find out X value. That is primary valency, X plus. You know, this is a neutral ligand 0, and chlorine is a negative ligand, Cl minus. So how many Cl is there? 1 Cl. So I am writing minus 1 plus this 0 equal to the sum of the charges plus 2. So now X is equal to plus 2, this minus 1 plus 1 equal to plus 3. This is primary valency. But the secondary valency is nothing but this 5 and this 1. That is the secondary valency of cobalt, and that is said to be 6. But that 6 is satisfied by the neutral ligand amine, as well as the negative ligand called to be Cl minus. So the secondary valency can be either satisfied by the positive ligand, or the negative ligand, or the neutral ligand, or by combining all these things. That is called to be the secondary valency. Now let's see about the fourth point. According to Werner, there are two spheres. According to Werner, there are two spheres of attraction around the metal atom. So in the complex, which is a metal atom, cobalt is a metal atom. So I'm just writing the cobalt, which will be surrounded by a two sphere. And the first sphere is called as the inner sphere, and the second sphere is called as the outer sphere. The inner sphere, which denotes the coordination sphere. Inner sphere is the coordination sphere. The outer sphere is called as the ionization sphere. So the coordination sphere means you can see that the molecule which satisfies the secondary valency, that will be in close contact with the central metal atom. That will be making a tight coordination with the central metal atom. So taking an example of CO, NH3 6 outside the complex Cl3. Then this is the inner sphere. So here NH3 coordinating to cobalt, here to NH3 coordinating to cobalt, here to totally how many NH3? There are 6 NH3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NH3 coordinated. But the outer sphere is nothing but the weak attraction between the central atom and the ionization sphere, because this ionize to give you the complex carry 3 plus and this carry the 3 Cl minus. So the Cl will be present with a weak bond. Easily it can be ionized. So this Cl. So this is about the inner sphere as well as the outer sphere. And then now let's see this fifth point, that is the primary valencies are non-directional. Primary valencies are non-directional. It will not have any shape, or due to this there will not be any shape to the molecule. But the secondary valencies are directional. Depend upon the number of the secondary valency. Or for example, if I consider this, what's the secondary valency of this molecule? 6. So I can say this molecule's geometry is said to be octahedral. What is octahedral? So the primary valencies are non-directional, but the secondary valencies are directional. So I have taken the example of CONH36Cl3. When it ionizes, CONH36 3 plus plus 3Cl minus. So this is something which satisfies the secondary valency. This is something which satisfies the primary valency. So the secondary valencies are directional nature. So if I know the coordination number or else the secondary valency, I could say what would be the geometry of that molecule as the coordination number of this cobalt, or else the secondary valency of this cobalt is 6. Hence, the shape of the molecule is said to be octahedral. Octahedral means cobalt will be present at the center and all the 6 ligand, that is NH3 neutral ligand, NH3, 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 all the 4 corner, as well as one at the top and one at the bottom. So this is the geometry. So secondary valencies are directional in nature, but the primary valencies are said to be non-directional in nature. Hope you all understood the Werner theory. Let me give one more example for that. So I'm writing FeCN6 4 minus. So every atom or every element or every central atom will have a primary and secondary valency. So let's calculate the primary and secondary valency. So secondary valency soon you can calculate, because how many cyanide ligand is there? 6. So I can write its secondary valency is said to be 6. But what would be the primary valency? Primary valency can be calculated by an ordinary method of calculation of oxidation. So I am going to write this as X plus how many cyanide is there? 6 cyanide. And the cyanide is a negative ligand. It is charge is negative, Cn minus. So its value is minus 1. So as there are 6 ligands, so I am writing 6 into minus 1 equal to the sum of the charge is already given, it is minus 4. So I can write X minus 6 equal to minus 4. So X is equal to minus 4 plus 6. So the primary valency is said to be plus 2. So for iron, the primary valency is said to be plus 2. Always the primary valency will be satisfied by the negative ion, but the secondary valency could be satisfied by the either neutral molecule, positive ion, or the negative species, or else by combining those things. So this is about the postulates of Werner theory.